This is ranking crazy addiction part 2. If you missed the first part, a link to the video will be in the description and it will also be tagged at the end of the video. So we're still ranking addiction based on how cool you look while doing it, how you feel while doing it, and the long-term implications. Let's jump right in. Gambling. No, sorry, wrong addiction. Gambling.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
Gambling is basically paying money to experience hope, denial, and disappointment all within the same 30 seconds.
Yes! 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 No! No! No!
And then paying to do it all over again. From casinos to sport betting apps to want to be online casinos, it's an addiction that thrives on maybe this next level fix everything.
W's in the
cool,
shot.
but in reality, you look like a maniac. That's just embarrassing, man. Now, there's an ungodly amount of gambling addicts in society, and that's because it is profitable. Well, kinda. See, it's profitable to somebody, but the odds of being you are so low that it's not going to be you. Yes, I'm talking about lottery right now in case you've not realized. I personally won't take any bets if there are more than 4 options available. I got 1 out of 10 in an MCQ test. In a class I attended for a full semester, and no, I'm not dumb, but I picked 1 out of 4 options, and I was sure of it, yet I failed. So why do you think you get 1 out of 8,000 combinations on a slot machine? You won't. Now, there are 3 stages of gambling. 1. Gambling because you could win. 2. Gambling to recover what you lost in the first stage. And 3. Gambling what's left because it's too little to go on with anyways.
We lost Ronnie's money. We only lost Ronnie's money. Remember when this box was full of fucking $80,000? It's neither here nor there because it's gone.
So I'm just going to push you down to the seek help category. If you have a gambling addiction, you've probably already heard this a billion times, but
stop it. Get some help.
If you don't do that, your finances and life are going to take a nosedive.
Dude, somebody please help me, bro. Dude, somebody please fucking help me, bro. I know one of y'all can help me, bro.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
They say 99% of gamblers quit before winning big, and my roommate thinks that's false. He says you'll be back to gambling once your cash is up. Who am I to argue with the gambler? The odds of getting out of a gambling addiction is low. It's basically a gamble in itself. It is something you are perfectly accustomed to, I must say. You'll most likely fail, but at least you'll be gambling your way out of gambling, which is technically a good thing, right? A gaming addiction is characterized by severely reduced control over gaming habits, resulting in negative consequences in many aspects. Nah, I'm not reading all this shit. Let's be real. Gaming is fun. I mean, it's gaming. It's entertaining, it's thrilling, well, it's expensive now, but it can be satisfying. It can be relaxing. We've all been there. But there are some extreme cases of spending your entire day in front of a screen playing fucking Alcatraz on Call of Duty or Fortnite. I mean, Master 1 to Legendary in 1 day of rank resets. Get a life. Get some help. Now, can you turn this into a career in the long run? Yes. Esport has been booming in the past few years. You absolutely can. But will you turn this into a profitable career? No. No, you won't. But is it extremely satisfying though? No. No, it is not. If you've ever played a competitive lobby of any sort, then you know there's only fun when you are winning. And 9 times out of 10, you are getting sniped by a camper, which is fucking annoying. Now, there's a reason why I don't play ranked MP in Call of Duty Mobile anymore. Well, first off, my device is shit. Subscribe so I get a new one. And secondly, campers.
Just camp. P1 bro, P1.
Bro, ano bang skill sa pag-chopper, bitch? Tangina naman nito. Bro.
And thirdly, fucking sweats. Wait, it just dawned on me now that the sweat are the actual addict. This just took a whole new route. You ever want to just log on to a game after a long day from work just to relax and enjoy the comfort of your game? Well, that's impossible because of the fucking game addicts that are everywhere and will proceed to dunk on you left, right and center. Get a life. These gaming companies are further fueling the addiction by introducing events and other forms of reward in-game which keeps you playing and then in turn makes them richer. For now, a gaming addiction is still just an addiction that makes you angry 90% of the time. And mix that anger with a mental health issue or pure stupidity and you get a case like this. A 17-year-old Pakistani who is currently serving 4 consecutive life sentences which total up to 100 years in prison for gunning down 4 members of his family after losing a PUBG match and getting scolded by his mom for playing too much games. He said he thought they'll come back to life just like in the game, and that's why he packed them up in real life. So yes, a gaming addiction can spiral into something life-altering. So it's going straight to unreasonable. The next addiction on the list is vape. Now, I'm not one to judge on something I have little to no physical experience with. By the way, I also have no physical experience with cocaine, just to put that out here. I'm also not going to pretend like I went to a school where kids were smuggling vape pens and shit like that. No, I'm not going to say that. But I do know enough about nicotine to know it's bad for you. And since nicotine is one of the core ingredients in vape, I'll bundle you up with the cigarette smokers and just push you down to embarrassing. Just out of spite, because I actually hate the smell of cigarette and everything associated with it. Fuck you. No. The next addiction is sleeping addiction. A sleeping addiction isn't real, you're just lazy as fuck. Get back to work. Embarrassing. Love addiction. Now, hold on, hear me out. I know, it sounds stupid. How can love addiction be a thing? No, this isn't limerence. Technically it could be, but it is not. I'm talking about a love addiction, as in the desperate fear of being alone, which results in the obsessive cycle of seeking, finding, stalking, dating, crashing, re-seeking of emotional validation from people in forms of relationships. Basically jumping from one relationship to another just so you don't want to feel alone. You can also call it a dating addiction. That's on you, I don't care. But if this is you, look at me. You are sick in the head. Get some help. You think you look like one of those cute TikTok couples, but you don't. You look like a crazy love-starved maniac.
What the hell is even that?
Now, do I have a personal underlying vendetta against these people? I don't know. Maybe not. Seek help. Finally, a caffeine addiction. Now, you need caffeine. I need caffeine. We all need caffeine, which is why caffeine is one of the most consumed performance-enhancing drugs. Yes, you heard me. And why is that? Well, because it works. Caffeine is a necessity for the entire society to run. You need to cover your entire semester in one night. Caffeine. You need to do a day's work in 2 hours. Caffeine. You need to get back to your 9 to 5 where you lack the willpower to do so. Caffeine. You have a 20-page presentation that's due in 10 minutes. Caffeine. Now, once you take caffeine, you get an instant Zenkai boost. You go from lazy to productivity in 10 minutes. You also get an increased stats for focus, speed, and endurance, but you will be tweaking in all your activities because it activates the flight or fight response in your body. And also note, after a fix, your symptoms may include anxiety, dehydration, insomnia, crashing everywhere like a Windows laptop, not because of sleep, obviously, but because of exhaustion, with a touch of dependence so that you can repeat this entire cycle all over again. So caffeine is basically the human equivalent of electricity. It's in coffee, energy drinks, soda, and even chocolate, and it fuels an entire economy of people who are pretending like they will like what they are doing and want to be doing it. So it has huge upside potential
with very little downside risk.
Actually cool.
Thank you all for the support as it keeps me dropping videos consistently, and thank you, viewer, for watching. If you want to see more of me, you know what to do.